Straight up catwalk, we got Config on a mid flank. He's not going to jump Xbox, doesn't want to get caught in a head triangle, instead walks in round the side. Xyp9x looking the wrong way, but he flicks back and takes that kill. That could open up a rotate back for Astralis, and they hit it immediately. They take the room given to them by Config. JKS with a stunning shot down mid. He'll get the B site back under control with a smoke in the tunnels. Now the bomb is rotating yet again. It goes A, it goes B, but it ends A as another pick comes in through middle. Rush is gone, and there's only Otto dinked on the site.
Oh, well, not for long, right? Immediately wiped out. And it is all on to JKS. 1v4. Bit of utility on his persons as well. Magisk here on the drop down. JKS doesn't believe it, but now he hears the drop. He knows that it's clear, at least for now. That nades good damage onto dupreeh. JKS tapping him out of the round. However, still a lot more Danes left to deal with. JKS has to deal with enough of them on a daily basis, and there he is getting wrapped.
And they're waiting to peek. It actually might be Astralis to bring the fight to them. Glaive coming through the mid doors. Great flashbang, but it is traded with the triple peek back from Cole. That info's given to Astralis. So they're going to try and avoid this setup as dupreeh takes a lot of room on that A site. The spam looks dead on, and it is. Device hits it the second time around. JKS found as well. There's a trade from Blame, and it's getting a bit dicey here. Blame's on a 3K. That bomb has been left back on the Xbox. It goes flying up upon someone dying. Config swapping guns. They know both players are here. dupreeh's got that info. Going to try and get the kill. Forget the bomb.
In the double doors, this would be an ace in the clutch. An AK in his hand. And Blame F. Oh, no, there's one! Tries to get away. Tries to play the timing on it.
Astralis were setting up to walk out middle in the meantime, but now with that engagement going on, they pull the brakes for a second. They drop the mid to B smoke, and now they're going to move.
Oh, re-aggression is well timed though. However, Xyp9x is like, nah, they ain't trading this one favorably. They aren't taking these advantages, and suddenly that mid to B, distant memory, mate. It's the A site. That's where Astralis are looking to end up. They grind to a bit of a halt right now. They get those 2 kills, but they still want to make sure that there's safe passage into A. Now, this has allowed Complexity to group up at CT. Glaive with the swing lines up a double, and they snatch this round from underneath Complexity's nose. You thought Rush had done enough with that double kill.
Lovely little long lurk there, catching players moving up CT as well, while Astralis were running very loud up catwalk. Drew enough attention in for Glaive to do the dirty, and Astralis 5-0 up.
Now makes him that much more deadly. Him and Blame, side by side. Rush can help out with a flash. That's primed and ready to go now. In it comes, and everyone's blind. There's the peak for Blame, and he lines up a double. Otto still fighting, and not giving up an inch of ground inside of the site. Glaive finally takes it away from them, but he's got to go back to get this bomb before he even begins to attempt the 1v3. Config up on Cat with the AWP, a player at long and one down in CT. Glaive just wants them to give him a fight, but they're not. They're stubborn. They're hiding. And so now he has to go back for the bomb. Config edging through that smoke. And Glaive might be a dead man walking there. There's Config with the short wrap.
Holding on, grouped up are Astralis going back through spawn for a full-on B hit, but the looks of things, not even lurking out for a mid to B. It's a double setup. JKS has a great kill, but just tries to get a frag ahead of time. But now, because he goes alone, he's not traded, and JKS gets to back up. Config spraying from the back of Plat, and he's done so much damage. Finally finishes the job onto Glaive. Are they really going to commit here? There's 2 dead bodies in the hallway and 2 smokes down. No way in. No rotates either. Cole just hoping and praying, and luckily Config spraying. He's dropped the bomb.
Oh, finally they get the kill, right? They decide, all right, let's stop letting Config shoot at us without ever doing anything back. The smoke's getting in their way, but it's all onto Device in a very, very unlikely 1v4. 10 points of health. So many players here. Smoke on the cross, but now they know he's got nades out, and they're all looking for this kill. They hunt him down, and they don't waste any time on the matter. But that's up against the partial buy from Astralis. Now, these are the rounds where you see the double AWP. I always get a bit worried, even though it's Dust 2, right? Which I think is, I was going to say, one of the safer maps to do it on. But not for Otto, as he gets deleted. The Hand Eagle in the hands of Magisk. Flash in, Config, don't give him another. The Deagle's doing damage. Oh my word, Magisk, another finally JKS comes in. He's like, right, big boys are here now. Let's put a stop to this madness. And he does get it under control briefly. Astralis run away. They bid farewell to that A-bomb site. Now, they won't be able to retrieve all the orbs, but Device has managed to get his hands on one. Oh, the head of JKS spotted and taken off. And now for Blame F, 1v3, and he has got no information anywhere. Blame knows as well as anyone that this round is done. You know, with them just tucking in, not giving anything over. Best he can hope is exit frags, but instead he gets exit frag. They don't have the money for it, even if they wanted to go for 2. JKS, I think that was a fake molly to give the illusion that he couldn't push because it was Molotov. Yeah. And while that looked cool and it did get the 2 openers, they also lose both B players. So just like that, the B site is gone again. That's a nice idea. I really like the idea. Sadly, Astralis had the entire team outside of B, which I think was a little bit more than Cole were ready for.
You used to do that by throwing it on the car corner as well, because it sounds the same. It sounds like, oh, they molly B, we don't have to worry about it. But yeah, Astralis, 5 players there already and waiting, raring to go, and go they shall into B. They're even chasing, no escaping for Oton. It's Rush alone, 2 kills to his name, and he's got 3 to find. And they could just pinch him from both positions. There's one, Rush. Oh, he's in the window. He's choosing battles, but he can't find the second kill. There was a chance.
He's not. Nope. Look at that determined face, man. He's looking to get his team out through mid into the B site, and oh, it's not worked out. Magisk caught Blame. He's decided, look, if you want to fix something, you got to do it yourself. So he goes and plays B, and he shuts him down with 3 kills. Vice and Zip. Split between the AWP and the M4 in the back of the site. A lot of damage done through this smoke, but there's the killing blow dealt. Device trapped at the back of the site. Hit it. And even lands the headshot onto Rush, but sadly the deagle at long is just pointless, man. Oh. Quick from Rush. They deal with Config in middle. Rush has looked great at short whenever he's been given these kind of even fights and a chance to peak on his own whimsy, but picks out through long, yeah. Split between the 2 different angles. A lot of damage, but not a single kill. And now Device spearheading this push into B. The bomb dropped by JKS. There's another one where that came from, though. And it's Magisk delivering a potential clutch over, right? He's got it down from a 1v3 to the 1v2. Oh, there's the turnaround onto Rush. That kill should have never gone in favor of Magisk, but it has. And now just Otto left to be a stand-in. Got to be stand-up right now. And through the doors, quick on the trigger. He will deliver. This gives Otto even more time to shine with this AWP in the A site. But Device, quite the opponent to go up against down in the pit. And he's homed in. Config now, back in CT, re-arriving. He was just here moments ago, and there he is, in with the first. Any more from Config? The flashes get him off the angle, and they leave him hung out to dry. Device gonna have to give us something spectacular here. He's dealt with Rush again, gets it down into the 1v2, going back for the rifle. That can be used to do bonus damage here to Device and just soften him up that much more. Flashes go out, and at this point, Device knows that both players are coming from Cat. One through the flashes, the other took the peak. Device maneuvering around, but out in the open is where JKS finds him and locks in 5 for complexity.
It's late out long. Zip is not wavering. He's still here, and he's going to spot the players coming through. Only sees one. Device decks Rush on short. JKS follows up with a trade, and that puts Zip in hot water, so he has to back up and spawn. He could have played this site if Device followed up, but now giving away A and playing for a retake, currently with no kit. Maybe there is one loose. Glaive trying to spot them up on Cat. It's a decoy. It doesn't keep them back. Zip sneaks up on CT as well. Blame chasing them down, and Config re-aggresses. Glaive to punish from short. Zip now moves up the ramp in the meantime. Glaive just needs to keep their attention and take their faces off. He's doing a great job. It's Zip in the one-on-one. Clutch Minister indeed, but no kit. And he can stick. He's too far away. Otto needs to run. He needs to get back into the site. No. Tick-tock. Oh, Zip is off it. He's going to go for the kill, and it's perfect anyway. Love that. Here comes that headshot smoke as well. The flashes go high, Device hides back on his own. Glaive tries to draw them in, and Zip is double back. They're coming out long late. Zip needs to realize that, as they could catch him on a timing. That's a unlucky check. Great timing for Rush. He misses the shot, and you can't miss against Zip. He follows up with one. Dead after it. Device lines up a double, but shoots early, and this may be Astralis conceding the round.
Oh, no, never mind. Glaive, a hop, skip, and a jump. And he deals with JKS back in the site. A 3-on-3. Not one that even looked like Astralis were keen to go for, but now they certainly are. They lose Magis, though. And that's throwing a bit of a spanner in the works. Otto needs to land this, and he will. That's nice and easy on to Dupree. And Glaive does get away for the time being. So he's going to get out of there. It looked like Config was about to spot him from up inside of the site. Never happens. Glaive trying to deal some damage to the economy of Cole. Ooh. It doesn't happen. Config, quick off the mark. Complexity, the rifles come out.
Some very close situations there, but Cole, well earned on the board. But not for long, maybe, Magisk. Quick D to Otto, gets him out of the round. And I like that deep smoke. They want to try and retrieve the AWP. They throw in a nade, and the nade blows the AWP towards them. That's beautiful work for Astralis. Dupree's going to pick it up. The bomb's been dropped on Catwalk. Glaive's had enough of this one, and he's laying them to rest.
Oh, that's getting a little bit overzealous there on the push. This A site is not clear. You've got a very annoying individual. Oh, did Rush see the barrel? It stuck out around the corner just for a second. He's anticipating the site player. And Zip, they're getting close, closer and closer with every missed shot. The bomb now down. Rush has made this round doable. A double kill to open it back up. Device, that's a freebie. Now just the final boss left to be. Rush mollied out. That's really gonna... All right, there it is.
Back to a cat play. Smoke's being lined up. Got that headshot smoke as well. Glaive going to be nullified on default here as they swing through, so he gets close, he gets aggressive, and plays the smoke against him. This is such great work, but Config does catch him. He sees him looking right into the site. Device with a double. Zip deals with that long lurk this time around well, and Device has the cross. They have to duck under or smoke the corner, which they do. Device is going to move closer, trying to deny that plant, and he kills the cover. 9 seconds, and Device is dead, but it doesn't matter. Zip is there as well.
And now they at least get up Catwalk. Looks like Astralis were anticipating this was going to be a mid to B, and that is the furthest thing from the truth. Complexity, get out Cat. And now get this bomb down as well. Already this is a nice little bit of bonus money, but they want more than that. They want a round win that they shouldn't be picking up. Dupree tries to really drive that fact home, and it's him, Magisk and Device getting kills. Taking this back into the hands of Astralis, and there's Magis to round it out. 15 on the board for the Danes. Complexity. Oh, no, he won't, but Dupree, side by side, brothers in arms with Glaive, able to keep this in a 3-on-3, and then wraps through the tunnels, and upon getting that deep, he's like, well, guys, it's not B. And then the rest of the guys are like, yeah, we know. We have a feeling about that as all this utility's raining in towards A. Zip with a key kill onto Rush, bringing the advantage back in favor of Astralis. And now tucking in, playing the long game. A does good damage. Molly's going to make Blame F very, very uncomfortable, but it's still good for that. And Otto helping out as well. Suddenly, it's all on to Dupree.
Go on.
And when that doesn't happen, he knows they're too entrenched. So Cole, they move on to 7.
Zip at long on the corner as well. He's been here time and time again. Rush should be ready for it. Oh, Zip, time, but he does see his opponent backing up. But with an MP9, making this a ranged battle is not to his betterment. He's going to have to call for help. He does duck through into the pit. Glaive with a cross shot, catching Config. They know Rush is here as well, and he doesn't want to get crossfired, so he retreats out of long. Cole set up mollies on A, and right now looking like an A split. If Blame can find a pick, they can double back off Cat, but right now he looks to just be cutting off rotations, getting Magis out of B. Device pressured on the ramp with the scout. Glaive has the cross towards him, and this is a bit of a messy round for Cole, and it might come crumbling down. 9 seconds. JKS trying to plant the bomb. He's been mollied. He does miss. I don't know how he's planning, but he gets it down in the nick of time, and unfortunately, Astralis will surround him from all sides. It's going to be a map there. GG, easy for Astralis as they take 16-7. A respectable game from Cole, but it is the pick of the Danes. We go to Overpass. A bit of a surprising change of pace here as a second map of this series. But it might end in the same site as Cole set up outside. Everyone here, Astralis are playing a full retake setup. Look at this connect control. These guys are mad. Cole are running right in, and they get it for free. Magisk spotting from the back of CT. They're going to try and chase him down. JKS up close. Magisk wasn't ready for that fight, but the bomb gets dropped on the plant. Config dead to the short player. And I say player, it's more players. Look how many members of Astralis are hanging outside of this B-bomb site, trying to isolate Blame. They do a good job. 3-on-3. Cole could go A if this realization is set in. Otto somehow gets away with that plant. They let him live, only to take him down right after. And while it's planted for JKS in heaven, there's 3 USPs v1. The maths does not check out.
What can JKS do? He's getting wrapped by Glaive. They really want to deal with him, and so they will. Let that be a lesson. Dupree.
Oh, is he going to get it in? Oh. They're not ready for Glaive, but that's a transfer from Config. Sprays from the toilets back to the face of his opponent. Device surely not going to be able to get back into the site, but the flash is good. Dupree will die for him. Get down, Mr. President. Device is on A, but he's so low. Device is in heaven with a scout. He's the only guy who can win this round with a well-placed shot onto the bomb player. There's one missing it across. Otto does get the plant. And that's a round for Cole, pretty much guaranteed. Config's even looking to put the knife in the back, as he has done on Overpass in the past. Hearing everything. There is that backstab. Magis dead. Device grabs a real gun. Astralis try and save on long.
So we're not going to see any fights offered up by Astralis. Complexity arrive with their first on the board, though, nice and early.
Are they going to contact LB again? Oh, Config just sneaking through. Zip doesn't know. Config does. Oh, the shot's a mess. Zip living on 10. JKS kills Magisk in the same time, and Russia's run right into the site with the space gain from that entry. It's a 2-on-2. Device trapped in the pit right now. JKS, oh, that's a missed molly. He's still going to hunt down this kill. Device is throwing utility, and that's a free frag. Dupree with a 1-on-1 as he waits for the bomb. Otto up in the site already. Dupree does not know. Trying to find JKS while he still can. Checking everything. There's the frag. Otto gets off the plant and does win that 1-on-1. Big kill for Otto. Re-smoke on Monster as the A play comes in.
Oh, Device. Posted up. Deals with Config on his peak. And now Cole, they still want to follow through with the A play, but with 3 here on the Astralis side, it's not going to be easy. Glaive's actually gone aggressive down through long, and that gives a lot more room to these players back in the site. They don't have to worry about it anymore. They're only looking at short, so Dupree raining death down from inside of the site. Good for a double. And Glaive emerging late can stop the bomb plant. That there is a distant memory. JKS removed as well.
Wait, they're all A. Any re-aggression for Astralis? They are a man down. It could be justified, but okay. Wait for them to come to you, perhaps. JKS gets traded by Rush. Zipix still stuck in the site alone.
Oh. Through the floor, Zip strikes. Only good for 1 as Config keeps this dream alive for Complexity, and a very, very lengthy rotate ahead of Dupree, losing Device there. So Config's just tear into B. So many of these Complexity rounds, when they've come into it, have just been where they found all their success. Over at A, it has often been very, very contested.
But no one there, nothing to be seen. Down to Rush in lower. Dupree with a nice spray. He could even aggro, he could even full flank at this point if he wants to. And yeah, if not, he might catch Otto instead.
Yeah, not only as the AWP, but also as the bomb as well. 20 seconds at this point. It has to be the A play. It has to be. JKS can't even come in on the lurk. He's volleyed off, and now they realize, well, no matter what you see at B, it's not going to be this B play. It is A indeed. They deal with JKS down at the B site, and for the remaining 2, they're walking into a lost round. There just simply wasn't time for it.
Nade will take the door out and re-aggro Glaive. Oh, supported, but gone from the action. Zip can't trade that. He's going to try and back up into B. Doesn't want to get exploited on Monster as now they start grouping in towards his B bomb site. Bomb's coming through spawn. Zip is trapped. He's stuck, but he still gets a kill onto Blame, who's checking close. No need. Zip doubles up. They'd already killed the water player. Cole just down to a monster rush. This short play has not gone how they wanted, and it's going to get worse by the second. Dupree flashed in for a second, and it's all on config coming through. Blatant as anything. Nice jump, but Dupree with a spray and the final bullet headshot.
Rush has got past Dupree and Toilers.
Nope.
So he should have that locked in, but they still don't know about Device. He's like, you guys have Deegs, I have Deeg too, let's go! And he lines up a double with it. Wants to have a nice even fight. Well met over in the toilets. Astralis on to 7. Glaive's already rotating up, so he's going to get here nice and early. Things have gone from bad to worse for Complexity. Device hunting these kills down, and it comes down to this long play. Only Blame F left standing, and a nice flick there to deal with Glaive, but surely this is where his journey's put to an end. And it's Dupree, long range with the AWP.
Cole back to B out of spawn. Not seen by Device, but he's here for the first time on Monster with the AWP, and he finds the first of the round. Dead to the pistols are him and his teammate, as B is overrun by Complexity, but it's not done at that. Magist coming in from heaven with another kill. Tucked close is Rush, not for long. He dies a hero, though, because that sets JKS up for another frag.
This nade on Glaive even could do a lot, right, with Otto so low. A lot of this round falling onto the shoulders of JKS. And he's playing this close left. This is wall bangable, right? That scares me. It always scares me. That nade going in as well. Oh, that's a hell of a flick. My goodness. Otto gets it down to the 1v1. Oh, the nade, but it's actually Glaive peeking with it. Fakes him out.
Did he get stuck?
Oh, Device, yeah, trying to reclaim some territory here. Astralis not content with how this round is kind of shaping up. They were hoping that could have been a difference maker, but instead it's made the problem worse. The floor kind of belongs to Cole at this point. Like, they can end up anywhere, and it will be Astralis on the back foot, especially with, as you mentioned, this A site essentially given up. It's forced to rotate out of Glaive, and so Zip was alone in holding that B site. From beyond the grave, he burns out JKS. Trades himself, actually.
Yeah, he was team flashed.
And it's opened a 2-on-3 up. Glaive dropping this smoke, trying to play through it. Ballsy, but he has picked up the kill to Otto. And so now this was looking so good for Complexity. Well, now there's a chance, even though it's the 1v2 for Glaive, that nade is good, and it pulls the attention away for just a moment, allowing Blame to capitalize.
Rush is going to try and molly them off, forcing them back up. Device, nice shot, finding config early, out long. And again, Cole just default right now. Otto in mid. Rush coming up connector, 2 outside of B. Glaive's even got a flash ready for Dupree in middle, and Device is going to try and swing with it. It's a great flash. Dupree finding another. Rush is trying to trade, but he's been re-smoked at the toilets, and the bomb's still back in spawn. This is a very loose round for Cole. They're hoping for someone to do something, but everyone's dying in their first gunfight. It's a 2-on-5, almost no way out of this one.
Towards short, but 3 players tucked in towards this B site. 1 flash to try and set them up. Rush can throw that up and over, but instead it's the early peek. They spot him on the sandbags. It is Rush left all alone, and it doesn't happen, does it? Astralis. Oh, well, they're not able to get past him. So at least a 4-on-4 right now, and JKS holding for this con rotate. Now, that does leave Config alone back in the site, so you're hoping he can put up a bit of a hold here. Hidden behind the pillar, looking to try and elevate this team, but instead just dropped right away. And in tandem with that, JKS was discovered and dealt with down in connector. There's the wraparound from Otto to at least deliver this 2-on-2 and give Cole a fighting chance. Kit on Rush as well. That's going to give you precious time to play with here if you are Complexity. Rush out through CT. Spotted now. Glaive trying to deal with him. They lose Otto at short, and Rush falls shortly thereafter. Dupree also realizes, like, hang on, I'm going aggressive, I've got the bomb. So now he has to go back and get that down. While this has happened, Config's boosted up and would have been in with a chance there, perhaps. Instead, falling off the head, they disassemble the boost. Magis shockingly aware that...
Ooh.
What? All right, Config, over the top of that smoke, dispatches of Magisk. Still a tricky retake to maneuver, but Config leading the charge up against Dupree and Device. Now just Dupree left standing, and the pistols will deliver. The force buy giving results over to Complexity. Config's re-aggressing and almost blindsides Magis, but he manages to get the reload off. Config down low, able to get the situation. How are the Glocks getting so many? Devices.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh, man. I know you wanted to bring one out for a while. And so Device has just completely ruined your day, throwing that out the map.
Tries to clear connector, knowing that Config is likely still here, and he doesn't have a molly to get him out of this position. So, Dupree's got some checking to do. Config, will he swing on a timing? Yes, that's perfect. If he waited, he probably would have been hard checked. Instead, it's Otto helping out, finding Magis in middle. Config backing up, here's the feet, and drops the bomb as well. Glaive in a 1-on-5. And Cole, they are just not giving up. They are not going down.
With the force buy taken into account at a 13-5 scoreline before we had the first rifle come through for Complexity. They leave the bomb in T-spawn. Now, that's not an everyday Astralis mistake to make. They're going to have to go back and get that. Flame with the aggro in through long will get traded by Dupree, but that's where Config is here to keep the advantage ticking over in favor of Cole. Even though he's traded, that is a lot of damage to Dupree.
Glaive not doubling back just yet. He's waiting for his team to move up long before he does. Very, very careful are Astralis in getting this kill, as it means the world to them. Glaive finally moving back. Otto's checked it enough times. He's not going to be ready again. That's some beautiful patience for Glaive to not just chase the kill while he thinks he has it. There is no way to stop a bomb plant. Astralis, a man up, should be getting this one down, but oh dear, Heaven Plant almost came through. Instead, it's a little bit safer, and they use the cover. Retake now for Cole, but they are getting sliced and diced up in Heaven, and Rush cleaned up as well.
One kill would have completely ruined that for Astralis.
Look at this.
They're going to try and flash all through Monster, all four. Magis needs to check close, and they don't. That allows the pincer, but Zip is in with the trades. The Galil put to great use, and a 3-on-3 given over. It's not the B play that Astralis wanted, right? Like, they wanted to just completely mow their way in through Monster and get that bomb down, but still, they've made something of this. They don't let those kills go untraded.
And so they should be expecting an AWP on this top site. Will they be able to deal with it is the question. Otton moving away as Device comes up long with that bomb as well. That kill could win the round with this 15 seconds on the clock. Otton's got it. 10 seconds. They're moving in close, but they're not moving in quick. Astralis need to get their running shoes on, and Glaive does, grabbing that package and getting the plant in the nick of time. It's a 2-on-2 retake. The nade puts him on 8, but it can't stop the inevitability. Retake round for Complexity.
Zip opened this round up with that double trade in Monster, and now he's got to be the Monster to close it out with the double of his own. Glaive very, very low, playing the divider, just playing around that bomb plant. Zip has to win these fights, and there's the first one going his way. Blame F left in the 1v2, and they're not giving him the fights he's looking for. They just won't give it over. Glaive, hidden, playing the time, playing it to perfection, and there's 13 on the cards now for Astralis. They've got that locked in. And even though Blaine feels certain to get that kill, it's not the round that they so desperately needed. Oh, it's going to have to be the next best thing. He's rounding this long corner to have a bit of a fight with Device, and he does win that out. So he's able to claim this early man advantage. Astralis in response is sneaking out through the Monster tunnel, and Rush is offered up a couple of freebies helped out by JKS. And this B play, bit of an ugly start, has left just Glaive and Zip in the 2v5, now turned 2v4. But the problem they've got right now is that this bomb is in plain view of Complexity. They've rotated all 4 players down into the B site as a result, and Glaive is trying to piece together how he can get this bomb back in his hands. Him and Zipnik's giving this a good run, though. Oh, my goodness, down to the 2v2. This was a 2-on-5 when the round started out. And now they're looking to claim their free kill onto JKS as well. They do damage. Zip tapping Blame over in heaven. They fall back.
The reset.
Because that's the thing. When this was 2v5, they were looking for anything. They were just hoping for kills. And now that they've got them, now that they've got a 2-on-2, they fall out of the sight for a moment, giving the illusion that they could have dastardly, very, very quickly run up through connector into A. The B play coming back in, and that kill from JKS should have just sealed the deal. Zipnix, this might be too much even for him, as Blame's in position just in the nick of time. So they know what's going on. Blame F playing this wide angle at Divider. They're not ready for it, but Glaive is still quick off the trigger. They deal with one. That might lull them into a bit of a false sense of security here. This A site's still pretty well endowed, but now that they lose Otto as well, it will fall onto Config, the man who doesn't have a rifle in this round, just a Deeg, and he falls right away. A site belongs to Astralis, and Complexity can't do anything to change that. They've got to try and hold on to these two Famises.
But that is still a dire sentiment, right? Desperately saving Famises of all guns, nothing behind it. It's Cole up against 15. Astralis have done it. It got a little bit scary here in the second half. We had some great CT rounds. They have netted 6 so far, but will it all be for nothing? Will it all be in vain? Astralis look to make that the case. Great fast entries out from mid, or out from Glaive in mid. That drop gets heard by Glaive. Blaming Con as well. Not a position Colin used too much on the CT side, and as the smoke fades, Config is picked up in middle. Going from bad to worse here for Complexity. Another player down. The sniper battle won by Device, and they are isolating Blame in the connector.
Yeah, this is a really horrible spot for Blame F, man. Like, he knows his time is limited. It's just a question of what can he get away with, and with 10 HP on this UMP, you're not hoping for a lot. Blame F, even a 1-for-1 here would be impressive. And Zip, yeah, he's seen him, he's seen the barrel, he locks in that kill, and with it, likely the game at this point for Astralis. It feels unlosable. It's these two saved Famises back again. Remember them from last round? Well, they've now got to step up and do it all. Is this the save that somehow turns around a 2v5 to give Complexity a chance? Or is this Astralis walking it over the finish line, finally, you know, dealing with a threat that they couldn't in that last round? Glaive going to clear out A, moving it alone. Doesn't even have to be the commitment at this point for Astralis. And it might not be with that kill going in favor of Rush. They take the bomb down B, they haul it, but JKS and Rush, they're one step ahead, they're already here. And with time now looking to be a problem, even dropping this bomb could be enough. However, Magisk and Zip get it locked in. Astralis, they do it, 2-0. Pretty damn dominant. Yeah, Overpass gets close at the very, very end. It wasn't the cleanest showing from Astralis, but Dust was head over heels in favor of the Danes.